Welcome everyone. This is the second video of the series Human Interface Guidelines for iOS. In the first video we talked about the themes, and in this video we are going to talk about interface essentials. So what are interface essentials? In every iOS app there are three main things, as you can see are highlighted in blue. Are bars, views and controls. Most of the apps which have been built in iOS are using UIKit, a framework which helps us build a consistent UI among different Apple devices. The new framework, which is Swift UI, which is not mentioned in this one, is actually use UIKit under the hood. We won't talk about that in detail now, but yeah, we are here to talk about what are the essential things that you need to take care in your app when you are designing or building an app. So let's have a look at the app as well on the side while we talk about these things. The first thing is bars. So it consists of your tab bars, navigation bars in your app, which provide buttons and other information in your app. As you can see here, we have a navigation bar with a toolbar which has two buttons. One is to add an item and one is to edit items. So you can add as many buttons as you want on your toolbar, but don't go crazy. You need to make sure that your buttons are actually defining the actions that user can take on that screen. So let's say if I go and add, it's going to add that new entry into that list view that I have. If I go edit, it's going to give me more options to edit the items. Views, as we have talked in themes as well, is the main content area for your app, which you are going to use to build your main content. Views can contain your text, your graphics, your animations, so your games and stuff like that. It has interactive elements, like if I click on the list, everybody knows that it's gonna navigate, because this is the default behavior of list everywhere in all the iOS apps. The views can give more behaviors, like swipe actions, and then it can allow me to delete a row. If you see, when I'm adding a new item, how it animates, like it added with an animation, so you can add stuff like animations to your views. Next thing that we will talk about is controls. So controls, it's a generic term which is used in all the UI frameworks, so that include your buttons, your switches, your text fields, your progress indicators, or any of your custom controls which you build using the combination of these framework provided controls. Talking about controls, one thing that I would suggest everybody, like whenever you are using these controls, try to stick to the native appearance, or the appearance that is given out of the box, or the styling that is given out of the box using the framework. It helps you adapt your app to different environment. Now that we are using Swift UI, which is bespoke solution for building UIs for iOS, tvOS, iPadOS, macOS. If you stick to the default styles or controls that is given by the Swift UI kit or Swift UI or UI kit, they will adapt automatically to different environments where they are used. So keep that in mind. If you are going to customize your view, you will have to take care of that view appearance in different environments when you are going to scale your app, say from iOS to iPadOS, or eventually if you want to make your app available on macOS. So don't try to reinvent the wheel, just stick with it if you can. If there are special requirement, then only you go with special requirement. If you have to put a search bar, use a search bar. Don't try to create your own search bar, like customize it in a weird way. So that's controls, we will talk about how we can use different technologies in our app, Apple Pay, Health Kit, Research Kit, along the way as we go reach those sections in the human interface guidelines. I'm trying to keep these videos as short as I can. So in the next video, we'll start with the app architecture, and then the first thing in the app architecture we'll talk about is the launching, how you build a good user experience according to the human interface guidelines when user launch your app for the first time. Thank you so much. Keep watching, keep coding. Have a good day.